I will make the most precious library built only for me. I love her dress made out of those feathers. Holy shit. Ooh boy, who else is ready for some big block of fucking story time with Best Boy B, Hokma. Now, I regularly say that I'm actually quite out of time when recording these, but today it's especially true. So let's hope that Hokma's story segments, all 6 of them, are not as long as someone like Chess or something. Apparently they're not, someone said this. Let's hope for that, because I have to churn this out quite quickly. And I'm not sure about the quality of the editing in this one, so sorry, I guess. Oh, before we do that, let's just get Bald is Awesome right now. Someone please release me from this misery and end me. But I finally did it. Bald is Awesome. I got it. Only took me like, what, 7 hours overall? Over and over doing day 46? Funnily enough, the last time I now did it, and I got this abnormality, I did it in S rank. For the first time ever, I think. Since the Claw for the first time ever played nice and didn't just bullshit around the facility. So now I'm on day 47. And I'm using... who is it? Arca. Arca was under my cursor when I was looking for someone to send down here. I can only hope that it doesn't matter which work type you work on this thing, because otherwise we might have to die ourselves through this. Man, I'm looking forward towards the true end. By the time you hear me saying this now... God, it is a Saiyan after all. But oh my god, am I not supposed to watch it? By the time you hear me saying this now, I will already have had the true end? I guess? I don't know, am I still happy or not about it? Tell me, retrospective, whether or not I am. What oh shit, Arca, what? Oh, fuck me, I get it now. Bald is awesome. Oh, how much are the boxes? Oh, 2. So even if I only get 1 each time, but... oh god, no. Oh, this feels very cathartic, actually. I can only hope that I made no mistake and this is actually the last abnormality I still needed. So you'll see this in 2 weeks' time, if I can date this at the time of recording. It's the 24th of January. It's late in the night. I finally did it. I'm just gonna keep doing it. Employee Arca starts to feel that hair is just a burden. That's right, especially if it's getting, you know, lighter and lighter or grayer and grayer. I know that feel. If you're getting gray hair, give me a high five. I have gray hair too. I've had it ever since I was like 16 or something. I mean, not heavily. It got worse over the past few years, but then it stopped getting grayer, so I just have gray patches in my beard and in my hair, some gray patches. Apparently it looks good. That's what women try to tell me. Women around me tell me, oh no, don't worry, it looks fine. That actually makes it sound like it doesn't look fine, right? They try to tell me that it looks fine. I don't know. Let's go over to bald instead of gray hair, okay? Because I'm not comfortable talking about my gray hair. It's actually one of my weak spots. Don't make a comment about it. I'm gonna be angry or sad. So let's talk about being bald. I have the luck not to be bald at the moment, but man, I've thought about it in the past. I wouldn't mind being bald. I wouldn't mind, you know, shaving my head. But again, the women around me always told me, no, don't do it. So I didn't. Oh god. Let's unlock the managerial tips. Let's see. You've got a bald is awesome. What? You've got a bald is awesome beam because your hair is still silky. Oh, is that what happened the first time around? Unless employees with the bald is awesome beam... What is a bald is awesome beam? Are working on the bald is awesome, all of the other employees' hair will fall out and become bald this month. It's not too late. 30, 29, 28. Who has the beam? I don't want people to be bald. I don't want everyone to be bald. I don't want the girls to be bald. I mean, there are some girls out there that can rock the look, but it's very hard to pull off, even harder than for a man, I think. If you're a girl and you're bald, more power to you. I assume you can rock the look. If you're a dude and you're bald, I'm a little bit jelly. So don't let it get you down, everyone. That's what I want to try to tell you, you know. And still you have your silky hair? No, Arca lost it. Arca is a baldy now. He looks very much like Hitman, I don't know. Agent 47. Wait, we can actually unlock everything. Oh my god, I didn't even see that gift. That looks amazing. But if the price to pay is to get bald, I might need a hat. Oh, here we go, I unlocked everything. Oh my... That looks very basic. And a regular handgun. Cool, let's unlock 9 boxes, that's so cute. Let's unlock everything else. So, oh god, let's go back to my odyssey of trying to getting this abnormality. Oh boy, I had the chance to finish off a few other abnormalities PE box wise. I got the Swan sisters, brothers, Swan siblings. I got them again. I got to fill out their ego because I had none of it actually. So I got a full set of their gear and weapon. Suit and weapon, I should say. What else? Man, I got some other stuff, pretty sure. But I can't remember, it's been so long, I've been playing this game for hours now. And it melts my brain. It's very fucking hard actually if you keep playing it over and over and over again. I mean, it already is kinda hard regularly for me, since I'm not the smartest person or the best person when it comes to video games. But doing this for a whole evening and some more, I just want a break now. I can only look forward to the true ending. Hopefully it's good. Jesus, I could use something uplifting now. I like how he looks like a little, like someone who's balding, right? And same as keep calm and go bald, I guess? The icon is... Oh, it's... The name is You're Bald Now, but... That's the designation, right? This... Yeah, that's the designation. Okay, so it's really funny, this abnormality. It doesn't have a number, it has a... Bald is awesome, apparently. So yeah, I did day 46 several times, more or less successfully every time. I clicked the button a few times so you can reset your counter if you want to. That was very infuriating, if I'm honest. It happened a few times right close to midnight, actually, which makes it even worse since it took me... The first few tries, it took me longer than 30 minutes in-game time, which I assume is 40 minutes overall, since I'm not talking. I'm a little bit quicker than when I'm talking. And my last try now only took me a little bit more than 23 or 24 minutes, I think. So that would be half an hour real time, I assume. So I got very efficient at doing this. But if I can help it, I don't really want to go back and do it again. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. Do I have to do day 46 again so you can see me fight against the Midnight Claw again? Or would you be fine with me just continuing? Then again, I'm gonna do it again. Who am I kidding? Am I? I don't know. I can't tell right now. I'm not in a position to make decisions at the moment. Please, I need an adult. Do we have everything yet? Alright, suit-wise we almost have it all. So, what else? We got... Oh yeah, nothing there, got out once. Just obliterated Pear Lord, sadly. That happened. That wasn't nice. I didn't enjoy that. Chloe is a fucking beast with that weapon. But she can't tank the White Fixer anymore, sadly. The only people being able to tank the White Fixer are Dummy and Jester. Because Dummy and Jester... No, not Jester. It's Dummy and Pear Lord. Not Jester. Jester is pretty good against the pale one, I think, since he has a black weapon. I don't know. Jester did his part, basically. But Dummy being able to out-heal the White Fixer, very good. Very, very good. Oh yeah, I even once defeated a fully free ball mountain of smiling bodies. Basically with Dummy alone, since he was the only one being able to tank through this shit. He still panicked though. He still panicked. So I said, who did I send? I sent someone with the pink set. Who is it? Is it Yoshikubo? No, it's not He has pinks, but I sent someone else. Oh yeah, I sent Helio. I sent Helio after Dummy to trying to pop him up, you know, sanity-wise. But Dummy just kept attacking the mountain. So that was actually quite in my favor. So the mountain died. Dummy was a little bit panicked. I noticed that I had to take a ticket from the train. The train was on the edge of ticking over to 4 tickets, so I waited for the 4th ticket and then took that one. And I think that actually healed Dummy's panic attack. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. It could have been Helio just doing his attacks, but I don't know. Honestly, so much happened. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just so glad that it's about to be over when it comes to this, at least. It's real. It was a big pressure, you know, thinking that I still needed this abnormality, not knowing how long it will take me to finally get it. And of course, in Lambda Delta fashion, I just waited until the very last second when it comes to recording or actually trying to get this abnormality. So it took me all of my Thursday evening. So I'm very glad it's about to be over in a second. Oh yeah, I got all Ruin again. I managed to nab all the gear from all Ruin. That was kinda nice. She played well, honestly. I got a lot of neutral results on her. Oh crap. Just the amalgamation of sounds and what's happening right now scared me a little. The Night of Despair is melting down. But that's alright, we can just send cookies too. Actually, we wouldn't have to do anything anyway, but just for good measure I'm gonna send cookies. Because I love saying her name as well. So Azur managed to go through. Oh, actually 2 people managed to go through already. I need to be careful, lest they sprout. We don't want that to happen. Man, actually, even though you get... or rather, even though they cost less boxes, you get less boxes as well, so it still takes quite a while to get the gear. So, man, what am I gonna do with this little bit? I'm not gonna put this behind the true ending, am I? I'm gonna keep the true ending contained. It's gonna be one video going out tomorrow. All these timestamps don't make any sense since I don't know when I will upload this right now. So maybe I'll do... oh man, I still need the story segments. I really should have gone through the story segments of everyone. I still miss Hokma and Bina, right? So I'm probably gonna do either Hokma or Bina and keep this here in there. Or maybe at the beginning or the end, I don't know. I really should have done both Hokma and Bina before I did the true ending, because I think the true ending has to do with Angela. It would have been a nice end overall, but since we still have to go through the endgame cycle anyway, it doesn't matter that much. So the trick with the endgame cycle, I think, is to not bother with abnormalities at all, because I can pretty consistently kill the white ordeals now, and I've did full energy by basically working Freischütz, Shooty Boy, good old goddamn one bro, the Fragment of the Universe, Punishing Bird, and the Spider Butt. I only very rarely worked the mountain, for example, since it didn't bother me whether or not I got energy. I only needed 200 energy to send Little Red Bust My Balls after midnight, after the claw, so... And I think midnight gives you 50% of your quota, so it doesn't really matter. What bothers me though is actually day 49 though, I gotta say. By the way, we're done now. We're done. Arca, you might or might not stay a Baldy. It's alright either way. But for now... am I gonna have to enter state? Man, I'm gonna have to memory repository anyway if I want the true end now. And if I don't want to go through the state. Oh, Letizia. Say goodbye. We're gonna memory repository now, which means that I'll have to bother with day 46 next week. But that's the problem of the Lambda Delta in the future. And I don't really care about that guy. So... let's Memory. Do I have everything? I'm actually kind of afraid. I do have everything. Oh god, let's memory repository and hope for the best. Do I still need to end one day to get it? I guess I'll see. I guess we'll see. I guess I'll see, because you don't have to bother with this. So, yeah, bye in the future, I guess? Okay, we're back. Bald is awesome. It's quite awesome, isn't it? That's what I had to do last time to get the true ending. Hokma, segment 1, here we go. It starts with B? Well, I guess, since it's not a real secret that he is B at this point, right? Or rather that he is Hokma later on, because we haven't really known B, and Hokma joins very late into the endgame anyway. So anyway, welcome, A. I missed you. Thanks, that's real bro love, you know. I've been waiting for you ever since the very first day I've started working here. At this point he's B, which means we're already A, which means we've lost our memories, maybe? Do you remember the ocean? You said this place is where everything from all the rivers and streams will eventually settle. As such, remember the rivers and streams going into Bina's bucket and shit. In the underlayers, everything sinks. Why did he turn into an old man, by the way? He looked not even that middle-aged. I would say he was about the same age as... Maybe he wasn't actually. He had grey hair before, right? And how do you show age in anime except for wrinkles under the eyes and stuff, and maybe on the cheeks? So that's why Hokma looks old. He looks very fucking cool in the Ruina artwork though. Holy shit, if they really implement him like that, he's gonna be one of the best looking Sephiroths. You know, except for Bina, because she is the best looking one, but whatever, she always was. Let's not talk about Bina today. Let's try to, at least. What do you think of the heaven painted laboriously white with plaster? I knew you would come soon. Please, think of it as my welcoming gift for you. Think of what? My memories? I thought that what you missed might be a different scene other than me right now. Time is like a sword. It attempts to cut and divide the clasped hands of those you love. Everyone I loved is now gone, leaving me an old man behind. But you can literally bring them back, because you're a Time Lord, are you not? Don't blame yourself. That time was the brightest moment in my life. He's the only one not having hard feelings about being Sephiroth, I guess, because he's so happy to be at our side forever. Man, Jesus, he must have been the best of friends, right? And not even, it wasn't, I mean, imagine being in not a real relationship, but in a bro relationship like Hokma, or rather B and A had. And A must have been such an ass towards him as well, since he was just a colleague, wasn't he? He was a mere co-worker. A fucking kuhai. And A was a senpai. And A was treating him, I guess, like crap, and still B was looking up to him so much that he even follows him into an eternal afterlife of hell? Is that why we see doomsday clocks in the background? The ones from White Knight? And, I mean, everything is very angelic and very angel-like, and I guess that's what angelic means, I know, I'm dumb. Very heaven-like and melting? Like fog? Actually, it looks like wax now that I think about it. Only goes to show that time is fluid, isn't it? Which fog is known for, I guess. Oh goddammit, let's just continue. I shouldn't go into these things today. I really don't have the time for my dumb ramblings. The one thing I regret is that I was too scared, and I ran away without keeping my promise to you until the very end. But eventually, you found me, helping me keep my promise here. How can I be more thankful than I am right now? If you read all of this in a very passive-aggressive tone, it changes Hokma's character quite a lot. But I don't think he's passive-aggressive. You are just too kind to me. even to the very end. Now I'm tempted to read it like that. Fuck. I shouldn't have thought of it. Let's just go on. Let's just go straight into 2. Let's do them all chop chop really quickly. Let's give Hokma a nice quickie. Are we getting close to our goal? Just like people said, aging doesn't necessarily mean greater wisdom. Yeah, I'm actually probably older than most of you. And I am actually probably dumber than most of you as well. Actually, I don't know. Am I? I can't tell. I would love to say, you know what, every time I act dumb it's actually just a facade. But legit, I'm just sometimes blacking out when it comes to stuff. And it makes me seem very dumb. But I was good in school at least. I know that doesn't matter really. People that do well in school, it doesn't necessarily translate to actual intelligence. It also doesn't translate to what I like to call emotional intelligence, which is about how to treat people or how to behave among people. I am some kind of social outcast, but I can at least try to act like a normie sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Again, I should go into these ramblings. Hokma, what are you doing to me? Why are you looking at me that angry? Did I tickle your bum or something? Judging from how obsessing over irregular greed and those that have passed has created a repeating cycle of regret that has led to the daily routine of looking at the clock for no reason. Yeah. If you really think about it, and some people do that, you can break down every activity you do, or everything you do, I guess, into time. And then you need to think, oh shit, taking a crap on the pooper is taking me 10 minutes. Is that efficient? Is that worth it? Should I really do that 10 minutes? Or should I maybe try to break it down to 5? And now I want to play a video game. Is that okay to do for an hour? Is that a waste of time? Why do I have to work 8 hours a day? Fuck that. Am I earning enough for 8 hours a day? I'm not. And you start thinking and time is the one limited resource we have in life. Everything else, no one can use it all up, right? But time is separate for every single entity. I guess as is health, but that could correlate to time, right? Since if your health depletes, your time is over as well. But I don't know, do you get what I mean? Time is a scary concept if you think about it a lot. And if you don't think about it, it doesn't really concern you at all. Because day by day it just goes on. You don't need to do anything for it as well. It just happens automatically. It's like... no, I'm not gonna say it. I always... Sorry. I'm laughing about the jokes in my head. I'm not gonna share that one. I always wanted to ask you something. You can brood over that. Actually, feel free to write a comment what joke would have fit in this gap. I want to see if you come up with something better than I did. I saw you set expression whenever one of your employees died. Then again, it is actually this way this season, right? For some people, I am sad. Of course, if you were to die, I would be sad. By the way, big recruitment soon. Gonna have to do day 46 soon, if I find the time. And upload that. And I'm not keen on doing an ultra concentration S rank day. We might lose some people. And it will be fine. We'll get some new flesh in. Just like how I became an old man, no human being is free from the cycle of life and death. Like, what we researched was to cure the disease, not to live forever. And yet here we are, huh? How about an example? Sure. Remember that employee who was really nice to you? What did he do that means he was nice to me? He died recently. Oh, okay. When I received a letter of him entering lobotomy, I wasn't expecting him to die such a futile death. It's like me recruiting people and doing dumb shit with them, which I guess means they die, and I think, well, that was futile. That wasn't how I meant to do it at all. If I wanted, I could have brought him back to you. Yeah, same. I could have brought fucking Domi-chan back. I could have brought some other people back, and I did by using my free restart. But sometimes it just shan't be, right? But I didn't. It is the order of this place that an empty spot shall be filled with a new recruit. That's right. Do you know the secret of this place? Tell me. Lives are too trivial here. They leave or come back too easily. It's to the point that we don't even need to mourn their deaths. It's right, be happy that they passed because it makes space, I don't know. An employee who died yesterday may come back from my simple call, or with a flick of my hand. Another employee may never be able to open their eyes again. What Hokma wants to tell us is, be afraid, because bitch, I got your life in my hands. That's death here, eh? I'm a powerful being. If only I could kill myself. It's neither honorable nor noble. Neither is it miserable nor cruel as we think it to be. Yeah, if it has no meaning because there is no death, it can always be reversed. It gets really boring, right? Imagine if you weren't able to die. Imagine if you were able to die, and then the next morning you would wake up again. But you would remember everything about your death. And it would even advance time, you know? Imagine if we all respawned. I guess that's the concept, right? You fuck up, you die, you respawn. The world would be in utter chaos. People would be killing both themselves and others left, right, and center. And life would have no meaning anymore. How much time does it skip when you die? People would, I guess, skip times they don't really like. Maybe a night owl would kill themselves at dawn and awake at dusk. It's like a vampire. Fuck, what's wrong with me today? I think I'm too tired. I don't know how I come up with these concepts, but it sounds like a cool anime. Yeah, take that one for free. So, please don't punish yourself too much. I don't want you to suffer from all these trivial things. You will have much more pain to bear in the future anyway, thinking about day 49. Okay, thanks, Hokma. You may think... Do I? Really? How long have you known me now? That I do not know anything about what is going on up there. No, actually I think you're quite in the know. But it's you who doesn't know. That's right. Pain, agony, regrets, and the shadows of the past that will never let you go. They've spent quite a lot of days with you, but it's nothing compared to our time together. You can't really, if you spent millennia together, you can't say, oh, I spent millennia plus 5 days. I'm better. It dwarfs in comparison to the eternity that has been going on here, Hokma. But since you don't forget as much as the others, I guess that makes sense. But anyway, they didn't know you. Those who could not accept their fate seem to be up in arms about you. He's talking about the upper Sephira, I guess, or rather the middle and upper ones, everyone above him, basically. Like that person who broke himself whenever he's ordered to execute redaction. Yesod. That's actually a quite clear hint to Yesod. Unnecessary expression of emotions is unfavorable, and that's what all of the upper Sephira are about, right? I need to show you, to let you know it. All of them, actually. Gebura and Chesed too. And Tibarev. She is a fucking tons of emotions for Tibarev B. The only ones that don't really feel anything are Hokma and Bina. And somehow they're my most favorite characters. What does it say about me? I need to show you to let you know it. Expose yourself. There was an employee named Anya who had her parents and a little sister. She wanted to study, but her family's financial state didn't allow her. She tried to join other wings, but she was not good enough for them. In such hard times, she received a mail from one of the wings, Lobotomy Corp. A letter with a very simple yet magical line that says, Dear Miss Anya, you are qualified to join Lobotomy Corporation. Welcome to the end, but the end is the beginning as the end. Awestruck, Anya read down the letter over and over again. It didn't seem like someone was pulling a prank or the mail courier's mistake. It has her name on it after all. At that instant, she realized that she never applied for Lobotomy Corporation. How does that work? Wouldn't you be fucking, even if you were trying to get into a wing, wouldn't you be very suspicious of that fact? Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's something like, oh my god, they chose me like some kind of secret agency. They've watched me. Yes, Anya, we know your life is fucking miserable, and we know it's not that bad if we kill you over and over again. But soon, she shook that thought off. It wasn't important. No, not at all. I was the courier. I delivered those letters to people. Man, imagine playing Fallout New Vegas with Hokma as the player character. Just time-lording everyone out of existence. I grant their wish after evaluating them. He must have spent so much time doing this because we have a lot of people at our disposal. He didn't do everyone them himself, did he? Just a few, maybe? I mean, they have a application process. Hokma is talking about it later in one of the segments, I think. Or at least Angela was talking about it. Anyway, Anya didn't get selected because of her excellent skill. That sentence, fuck me. She had a common trait that every employee doesn't realize, but has. As you know, to become a feather, a part of a wing, you need to be immensely better than ordinary people. Also, in our case, you need to be so lightweight that we don't really notice if you're missing. I think that's what he's actually trying to say. How could Anya, who couldn't graduate from school, had no skill, and was living in a back street outside the nest, join our company? Could her family finally find happiness? All this happened 10 years ago. I speak like fucking Santa Claus now. What happened? It's Hokma's old nature. During that time, her sister died from a disease, and her parents passed away. Where's Anya now, without her family? She is asleep, down here. It's within my scope of authority to do so. What? It's within my scope of authority to do so, but I guess it's not within his scope? But I'll grant you access for this time. Nope. Wake her up, please. Let's load up Anya. Now, Anya is at work, feeling like a fresh employee who just joined the company. Completely oblivious to the fact that it's been 10 years since she actually joined us. The fact that this is so electronic-like looking, I don't know, do you get what I mean? Makes me think that all of this isn't as fantastical as it may seem, and it's mostly just they crack the brain in a way that lets them do it like data, I guess, and they're uploading and saving specific states of people. I mean, it's pretty similar to the Sephiroth process, and I thought this for a long time, even in the first season. But why would they need to use real brains and guts for the Sephiroth then? And have they somehow managed to refine the process that much that they don't need real brain and guts anymore, and the clerks and employees are just uploaded and downloaded? But they're still made out of organic matter? Why is Hokma? Why does Hokma have to do with this anyway? Why is he the one watching over this shit? Why him specifically? Anyway, yeah, completely oblivious. Now, erase her, please. Okay. How do you feel? Anya, who was killed by a monster, and Anya, who you just erased, are the same. They all evanescently lost their lives. Which reminds me of good old fucking goddamn awful, absolutely one of the worst games I ever played and uploaded, and generally one of the worst games ever conceived. Soma. Oh, don't remind me of Soma, Hokma, but uploading and downloading and deleting consciousnesses or snapshots of people is a dummy concept that doesn't make much sense, even though it should be interesting. Then again, it is an interesting fucking concept, and the only people who got it wrong are the developers of Soma because they made such a fucking goddamn shitty game, which is still making me angry even months after I stopped playing it. And I'm not filtered by the fucking coin toss meme or some shit. I just didn't fucking enjoy Soma or after all. I mean, the beginning was so promising, and the monster design was good. But not when you get a fucking gimmick of the weak monster and a nonsensical retarded protagonist who actually, I can say that word, he was actually retarded. He had a mental problem, but Not even the protagonist was the worst, dude. I think Catherine was worse. The girl who was just constantly treating him like a little kid. Lying to him. Not necessarily lying, but omitting information. Why am I going to Soma now? I don't have any time, fuck. I don't like Soma. If you want to see me legitimately get angry at a video game, you should probably watch me play it. It's not even that many parts. I think it's 12 or 14 or something. It is the one game that did break me. Kinda like Darkest Dungeon, I guess. It is such a futile action to wake them up and erase them again and again. Because if there's no... Oh god, how do I put this now? It's quite hard to put it in English words. If there's no causality, why do it at all? Or what are you trying to tell me here? Your or Sephiroth's attachment to the employees is meaningless here. Oh, that doesn't bode well for everyone in the record team, does it? I mean, I am quite attached to them. I always send them away from the tree, but maybe I should just keep them there because Hokma doesn't seem to care. Maybe I should just let them get blessed. Everything alive in this facility is paused. They wait for the morning with their eyes closed every night. The ones up there didn't know that. They were emotionally spending to the deaths in front of them. They crumble. They pointed the obscure anger to the ones like you. Do not worry. I will not do that. I have always wanted to be an important part of your life. You sound like a creepy stalker now, Hokma. Thanks. And segment number 4. Hey, Angela. I don't know what to think about you now, to be honest, but we'll just try to keep it professionally. I don't know, maybe a little bit on the side, just a little bit of hustle. It's okay if we don't get too serious about it. You can leave me in a few weeks or whenever the true ending happens. I'm not gonna cry. I didn't think of you as my wife or anything, no. No, I'm not gonna drink that bottle of whiskey in the shower, sitting on the ground with it running because my wife who left me. No, Angela, that's not what I'm gonna do after the true ending. I finished assigning upper and middle level Sephiroths. Thanks, Angela. This won't be the last time I do this. I will probably have to tell them what I've already told countless times, but you'll be different. You know why this facility exists in your missions. I hope you don't exhaust me like them. Just keep this in mind. I will not come down here unless the circumstances require me. That doesn't mean that I will just watch and do nothing, but I will not interfere for the most time. Now, you have to remember that she's talking to B/Hokma here. And you also have to remember that supposedly we saw the Sephirothfication of B during the playtime. But it was all a big fucking recording, in my opinion. That's my headcanon. I think it's true. Because at this point she's already done with everything else. But Hokma has always been here. So it must have happened in one of the first few cycles, where maybe nothing was as fucked up as it is now. B still tried, or rather, yeah, in the beginning he might have still thought that A wouldn't go through with it, or didn't want to go through with it, or maybe he had second thoughts and tried to help A out. But Angela found him, and thus he was Sephiroth. But all is well in the end because we needed him, and him being the absolute Time Lord that he is exactly what we needed, in fact. And she even tells him that she's gonna retain his memories, she's not gonna wipe him out. And is that punishment or is that a reward? I don't know. I hope we don't see each other often from now on. Oh god, you can be such a basic bitch sometimes. It would only hurt us. Actually thinking about this now, that Angela says it would only hurt us, you also have to remember that A is not only like the person she's supposed to love because she's kinda Carmen. A is also her father. And who was standing next to A when she was created? It was B, which means B is something like her father. It's weird, but we have 2020, you can have two fathers. So maybe Angela wasn't able to cope with the fact, Or maybe this is what got her so angry in the first place. Because look at this. Look at this guy's face. If this was your father, how would you react? If he was partly responsible for you being trapped in hell for not only millennia, but possibly longer because she perceives time slower than we do, how would you feel? I would be a little bit pissed, I think. Angela was the best AI that I had ever known. You were the best architect that I've ever known. So that's why it's called the architecture department. Have you ever thought about that? Oh my god, I'm exposing this game's lore like nobody's business. Oh god damn. I don't think anyone comes here to get new information on fucking Lobotomy Corporation. Everyone knows this shit better than I do, I think. But I'm glad people are exchanging stuff in the comments and stuff, you know. You already know Carmen's body is nothing but a shell. He's directly talking about Angela here. But you couldn't forget her. You tried to keep her by locking her in a cryostasis pod. With grieving face, you ransacked her body and detached her core, taking whatever the fuck is floating in the vat out of her. I was actually relieved when I realized that you were making Angela. Why? Because you like love dolls too? You were focusing on something just like you did before. If only I had known that it was basically the same. You were still focusing on Carmen. You just tried to make a living machine owner hole that looked absolutely like her with slightly bigger tits. That day when she opened her eyes, I remember that you were just staring into the laboratory's windows, not setting a foot inside. Yeah, it's like post-fab regrets, I guess. You might have thought that you saw me right away, but I was looking at you for a long time before you realized. Why did you hesitate? What did you think after seeing Angela, who can't show any signs of affection towards you, unlike Carmen? We made her that way. A's such a fucking dummy. He gave her emotions, but he restricted her from showing emotions. And then he got angry because she was nothing like he had imagined, even though he is her literal father and her architect. And thus he spiraled into madness. But somehow it all worked out in the end because she actually kept her to the fucking script. And A was such a goddamn Machiavellian mastermind that he knew turning mad and forgetting everything would solve everything. Or maybe it was just sheer chance and luck. And the very fact that in-game and lore-wise it's appreciated and encouraged and implied that it happened a lot, that restarts happen, just means that we hit the 0.00000 times a lot, 1 chance of actually reaching the goal. And it's the absolute fucking best timeline. Is that what's implied here? A fucked up so much, but somehow someone found a way, found a miracle. Thank you, Bernkastel. Jesus. I told you countless times that you can make hundreds of AIs, but they will never be common. God damn it, B, just leave a brother alone. Now poor Angela is merely assigned to look after us. We created a mummy instead of a waifu. Why not both? If there's something I've mistaken, it is that I thought you've overcome everything. But the truth was that you never have. Yeah, and this is where he asks us, are you truly prepared to go on? I will try my best. I advise you not to be so lazy. Is it okay if I do this? Teehee, I'm hot. Or rather, teehee, I'm Michelle. Don't worry, you just don't find a veteran like me often. He already looked like late game Chesed. That didn't make much sense. Anyway, hey Carmen. Jesus. If only I could have, experienced you for real. Oh crap. Shit. Angela, what are you doing here? Hello, A. One of the best music tracks, by the way. A shame I got through that so quickly. Followed by one of the creepiest tracks. The moments I just showed you
are not merely a past. It could be the present, even the future. There are people who loved you once, and employees thinking they're happy here.
Oh god, this makes me think that what if the world was actually like Lobotomy? I mean, for me it kinda is, but what if you don't even notice when you die? Or you don't even notice when you live? Or all of what we experience is just a fragment of what might be going on, but it's all happening at the same time? What if we're in a video game? Oh god, shit, this is some... this is some fucking madhouse shit. If you start thinking about that, there's no going back, so don't.
There's also Angela, who's an imitation of Carmen.
Thanks for reminding us, Hokma.
Isn't this the heaven that you have been yearning for? You are God here. Even death is meaningless in this place. So, why can't you just be satisfied already?
I modified the sentence to something I think is more likely than... I guess, why aren't you just satisfied already would be the grammatical correct one without changing the translation, which isn't what you should do. But let's not go there.
We're desperately existing, even if it means living like this. What rights do you have to turn everything into ashes? Also, this story does not need an end.
It's funny how a few weeks ago I was talking about that I don't like to end things. I don't like to read the ends of books sometimes if I enjoy them too much, or the end of video games, and it was because I was about to end Lobotomy with the true ending, right? So everything, I would have seen everything in the game, except for a few gameplay mechanics, I guess. But now, after I did it, I feel good. It isn't as bad as it sometimes is. I don't know if you also get that weird feeling of emptiness inside when you finish something truly great. A good book. Or maybe even a good movie, even if movies are just a few hours long. If a good movie grips you, or rather grips me, I get that feeling of emptiness sometimes. It's interesting, because you should be glad that you watched something great, or read something great, or did something great, but at the same time you just wish that it would have happened a little longer. You wish you just could have kept it indefinitely. And I think this is what Hokma is alluding to here. He says, you don't need to end this. You should be actually quite happy here. You have everything you need. You have your former friends. Some of them are even happy again. You have Angela, which is essentially Carmen. You can't die here. You can do whatever. You can get up in the morning and just eat your breakfast with, I don't know, gin instead of milk. Why are you trying to break this? Why are you trying to end this? And if you can give me the right answer, I might join you. That's what's coming up here.
Think about it. All the works that you've done, are they really the consequences of your choices? You were never ready. You couldn't accept her death, so you created a being filled with loss. Now you're just blindly struggling to find the obscure trails of your actions.
Yeah, why did I even do that? It went on so long that I literally forgot, or made myself forget. So why would I try to put in the effort to finally end this and break this? What if every iteration of X is a separate entity? Just like every player is a separate player, right? And there are probably people that stop this game at different days, and they are canon. There are different A's that stopped at different days. It not only rhymes, but it's absolutely right. So all of this is real. Even the A's that stopped. Even the A's that saw this segment and said, you know what, you're right. Angela, come over. Take your clothes off. I don't need Carmen anymore. Even those are real. And the ones like me that persisted and pushed through. I guess they are the ones that have a longer timeline because it doesn't suddenly end. Oh god, I'm so glad I could have never dropped this game, but I'm so glad I stuck through a second season, and I'm gotta say, I look forward to the third one. I'm just not entirely sure what it will entail and whether or not it will happen immediately after finishing the second one. I don't think so. I think I need a little bit of a breather in between. But I feel like I still don't have everything I wanted out of that game, which is amazing.
What's worse is that you were never serious about doing those.
Oh, whenever I do someone, I'm very serious about it.
So, go back, now.
Do not go back. No, I won't go back.
Look at you. You are proving me.
I think it's in the sense of testing him.
You are not serious, even in the choices you make. You'll probably return to me after making a new start, if you went back.
This is where the oh shit hits the fan, because you make the connection that, fuck me, there really is an actual fucking reason for in-game lore regarding memory repository.
But that is also uncontrollable, since this whole place has become a giant clockwork.
If you can see all possible timelines, Hokma, you should know that there are A's out there that keep doing it, you know? And you should know that the timeline you're currently in, or we're currently in, is one of the A's that are going to do it. So I think you're bluffing.
A clock never stops. It doesn't rest. It doesn't rush. It isn't set to
specific someone.
It just walks forever, with the same pace as always.
What if you said it wrong, though?
Now, it is time for you to leave.
Do not leave, no. And immediately, shit is going haywire.
You are a traveler without a compass.
It is natural to feel fear in that situation,
but you don't have to fear the ticking clock. I will always welcome you, console you.
Oh shit, don't comfort me, Hokma, I'm not ready for that shit. I know you actually want my friend instead of me, but if you comfort me now, we're gonna reach a bad end and I'm gonna cut off my hair and look weird and lose my drills and shit. Oh shit, no one is gonna get that reference, fucking hell.
You have never been ready.
I do not go back, no. Stop clocking me.
You didn't change your decision. It seemed that tomorrow will come, as it has always been, but it didn't. It's been a long time since the time of silent waiting is over. When I no longer fear the impending night, I decided to love this place.
He fully accepted eternity, I guess.
But if you decided to break the egg at all costs, I will become your sentinel, and I will be at your side.
It's such a fucking epic anime moment when he closes his little, what's it called? His fucking watch, I guess that's what it's called. And you get the sound effect, and oh my god, I didn't appreciate this enough the first time around, I think.
How can this be following her will? This is nothing but a seed of calamity. By the wings, your mind was soaked in grief, more severely than I thought. Just stop now. You and we tried our best. With your career and wealth, you'll be able to stay in the nest with no problem. Please, stop here.
Benjamin pleading his fucking best friend to not descend into madness.
Oh, poor dude. Before you cross the line.
I'm not gonna stop. And here I am. Where are all my friends? No one. Oh, wait.
No one is left by my side. With everyone's sacrifice, I've reached the wing, but I have no one left to celebrate with. This silence was the start of my work. We lost something in us every day. We inhumanely extracted information from the woman we captured at the head,
Bina.
Passed out plans with nameless AIs. It ripped the heart of the man who was always with me. The sounds of waves were far and there was no staying. I lost the last man who stood by me.
It's
actually a lie since he's standing next to Carmen in this picture. But it's alright. I also don't know who this is supposed to be honest. Since the hairstyle looks very much like Bina, but it wouldn't make much sense to keep her in, or rather have her in this picture. I've talked about this picture before, haven't I? So I shouldn't go into this again. At least not that much. It was a tragedy, but I didn't hide it. The ones who left early probably didn't need me, but I needed them at the last moments, which are day 46 onwards. Bring back the ones who left the embrace of the earth. Hide and lock the seed of secret. That sounds like such a dirty euphemism, holy crap. I was the only one left. I wanted to be forgotten, like a mirage. And this is gonna end with this. She's nothing like her. She's nothing like Carmen. Look at that nervous fucking chuckle on his lips. But Angela looked quite nice. I mean, yes, she's nothing like Carmen, but sometimes you just gotta switch things up. Do you know that? There's no one here. People we started... Oh, wait. There's no one here. The people we started with together are all gone. Yeah, it's only you two left. What? Are you expecting A to turn around and say, you know what, B, you're right, let's marry? I mean, what? We couldn't give a proper burial to Kali and Daniel because of the eye. I guess... Wait. You could have buried whatever was left of them. Instead, you opted for putting whatever was left of them into some fucking machines. Or keep it to do it, I guess. This thing is all we have left. Are you nervous? This makes me wonder that if the sapphirification happened at the same time for everyone, we just kept the remains. Just in case, you know. We had a big ass fridge and we were tossing Malkov in. Then we were tossing... Oh no, I guess first one was Tibereth B. So, not Tibereth B. First we tossed Enoch in. Then we tossed Elijah in. And then we tossed fucking Gabriel's body in. Just in case we ever should need them again, you know. These people were valuable, alive, so maybe we want to keep their bodies around. You get what I mean? Because if one of them had been Sephiroth and he was clunking around there, and the others were thinking, shit, if I ever die, this is what awaits me, no one would have stuck around. A was a fucking asshole. Holy shit, it only now dawns on me. Are you nervous? I want to be a shadow, even if I'm not good enough. Come on, don't brown nose so hard. Let us fade away together. Oh, don't use that sentence on me, Benjamin. You will never be Carmen. No matter how hard you try. A weak flesh that just came out of an egg cannot stand against the world. I thought you were too fragile to endure this. I didn't know where you wanted to fly to. You didn't tell me. Thinking about this whole egg thing, have you ever tried breaking an egg in the palm of your hands? They're quite sturdy. Don't try this though, because some of you will be able to break it, and you're gonna have a big mess on your hands. So don't blame me if you do try it. You might be able to try it, you might be able to break it, you might not be able to. Eggs are quite sturdy. That's all I want to say. I didn't know where you wanted to fly to, you didn't tell me. I was always nothing but your student. You never talked about it. I couldn't know what you tried to achieve by creating this prison. And the process of creation was too harsh. I could run, but I didn't. I tried to set things alright, everything right, but I was caught. This is when he was caught, quite literally. So he was the one that saw all of them getting Sephiroth. He was still around. He was hiding. And he thought, shit, whatever is happening here, that's not what should be happening. But Angela got him. And that's good, Angela. Thanks, 10 out of 10 for that. My time stopped since. I vaguely knew that the end was near. But I was too afraid to face the outcome and decided to stay forever. That's why you gotta face the future, Hokma. Pro tip. I may have been lengthy, but the truth is, I just wanted to stay with you. However, I should support your decision. I was always blindly on your side, remember? Why would that justify you, again, being blindly on my side? Or can you say that you're not blindly on my side now that you tested me with your core suppression, I guess? Maybe? Man, I love his design so much. The white stuff, not white stuff, scratch that. The white paint looks so good on the robot, and the little cloud motifs, you know, looks so cool. And he's a real clockwork robot. Let us embrace the glory, for we could not back then. Grant the end to the ones locked here. For you. Wow. Powerful end, huh? Man, powerful end for not as powerful episode, I guess. But as I said, not much time. You get Bald is awesome. You get this. It'll still be about an hour, looking at my clock right now. So you'll hopefully enjoy this. Next week? Oh, it all depends on whether or not I find time. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just glad I was able to do this today, and my midnight ordeal didn't happen on a Thursday or Friday, because that would have been disastrous. I would have had to upload something else or something worse than this now. And you don't want to imagine something worse than this. So anyway, yeah. Slightly less time in the future. I still haven't made that fucking update video I wanted to do. Shit. Thanks everyone though. Thanks for the proper positive feedback to last week's video, the true ending. I haven't read all comments yet. I obviously haven't replied in a long time to any comments really. But maybe I'm gonna take my tablet and just do that shit 10 hours straight. That would be a fitting punishment for slacking off in the first place. So, bye everyone. Bye.